Hi guys, I'm Woodcraft Hamster and I thought I'd do a quick video for you today in my slightly overgrown back garden talking about this. Now this is a gas burner, it's gas stove, call it what you like, and this is a fairly typical example, very similar to some of the more expensive brands, you know, Primus and Optimus. This is just a cheapie I got online, but essentially it's a gas burner head, it's a braided hose, and then you've got a connection on here to fit a gas bottle. And what I wanted to talk to you about today is how I would use this in conjunction with my folding firebox. As you know, I've been using that a lot recently and I'm just experimenting around, seeing how to make it work best for me. You know, you don't need the firebox for one of these, but I like the idea of putting this inside, containing the heat and directing it to get best use out of it. So what I'll do, I'm just going to very quickly set up the stove and then I'll show you how it is I would use this. Right, so far so good. Now the next thing to do here, guys, once we've got the stove set up, is to take the braided hose and put it through one of these little holes down here. That just lets you take it outside the firebox like so and keep it out of the way. Next step, take my two fire sticks, and this is the bit where things are slightly different. So normally you would use, as I say, a round peg. Unfortunately, these fire sticks don't fit very well to holding this in place. So what I'm going to do, using these the halfway lines, these little diamond holes on both sides, I'm going to put one through and through the other side like so, and then the other one, same thing. And what that's doing, hopefully you can see from this angle, is just holding this nicely in place. Now there's a bit of movement, you know, it will jiggle around a bit, but it is holding it well enough in place that I can then cook on that. And then all you do, take your gas canister, screw it in, nearly there, and we're good to cook. Now the next thing I want to do, take my other two fire sticks. This generally works if you have 4 of them. Can do it without, but I do prefer to have 4. Pop that in there, take my boil plate, and if I can just get that round the right way. I always put this in the wrong way for some reason. Where are we? That way around. There we go. Now I've got my boil plate on, I can take my canteen cup and we're ready to go. So that's my quick setup for a gas burner in my firebox. If I just bring you off the tripod a second and I take this cup out, you can see in here how this sits. Now obviously if you move your hose around, there's a little bit of movement in there, it does wiggle a little bit, and you know, that's fine. I can live with that for something I'm probably not going to use that often, because normally I will use this for wood or alternative sort of burning fuels, but you know, I'm quite happy with it. And the other thing I will say is that it can be a little bit trickier to light. Actually, let me bring this tripod back up a little bit, see if I can get you above it and show you what it is I'm talking about. Right. So where are we? There we go. And if I just turn this gas on, make sure I've got a good section of my fire still ready to spark. You know, it's entirely doable, but you need to be a bit more careful. And actually, do you know what? Saying that, one strike and that gas is on, and we're now boiling my water. And I'm not sure if you can see that, guys, but because this heat is so well contained and focused, you've got steam coming off this already. I might turn that up just a little bit more, probably a little bit hotter than I would normally have it. and actually that's going to be boiling in probably less than a minute, I would have. There's only a really small amount of water in there, but that's going to be boiling really, really quickly. And you know what? We've got a sort of a rolling simmer on there at the moment. It's only taken literally a minute to do. And for something that quick and simple and easy to set up, you know, why wouldn't you do it? Right then guys, well I hope that was useful. Just something I've been playing around with to see what's going to work out best for me. I know this setup won't suit everybody. You know, some people already have their own type of setup for this kind of thing with windshields and what have you. But seeing as I've got the Firebox, I wanted to experiment. And to be perfectly honest, you know, if I'm going somewhere that doesn't allow wood fires, or somewhere, you know, sort of maybe moorland or somewhere like that where I don't have access to raw material and don't want to carry it in with me, something like this is ideal. And using the Firebox to sort of contain and direct that heat seems to work really well. So as I say guys, comments and questions in the box below. Hit like and subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I hope you'll all join me next time. Cheers guys.